Okay. Anybody would like to add? Ashman, would you like to add anything to it, dear?
It's basically engineering the prompt so that the model gets a guideline, a strict guideline as to what environment it is working on and what it is expected to deliver.
Okay. Okay. Good. Arsh, would you like to add anything? You use Claude a lot, right? So
Yeah.
tell me what is the prompt engineering?
It's the way you articulate to a AI, like
Uh-huh.
the way you talk to AI. It's like
Uh-huh.
if you give it like an accurate answer. Of like I've seen a lot of videos nowadays. They say like a professor, like rate this on a scale of 1 to 10. How this and all that stuff. So like basically talking to AI in the right ways. What prompt engineering is.
Okay, good. Uh, Anyone would you like to add? Aryan, Simriddhi? Uh,
Prompt engineering would be like giving structured commands to the language models to have a required output from it.
okay. Atharva, Atharv, would you like to add anything to it, dear? And we are not able to see you, Atharv. Can you hear me? Okay, he's again mute. Atharv, okay, I think anybody has to add anything. If anybody would like to add, you can. So exactly what Ashman, Udita, Tejaji or Aryan add, it's correct. But let's make it very simple, huh? Okay, no worries, Athar. Okay, so let's try to understand. It's very simple. Let's make it very simple definition so that you have an idea. And remember that. Can anyone give me what are the five main important things a prompt should have? Anybody? If look, there are two types of prompts you can write. One is a weak and another one is strong. I will give an example. You have to give me a weak prompt and a strong prompt. Okay. So remember that it's all depending about the prompt you are giving. But what is a prompt? Like I said, it simply means writing clear instructions, right? Giving clear instructions, to an AI tool you are using, right? But remember that a prompt is not just a question. Most of the times, when users are using any AI agent, they just treat him like as a question answer based. But an AI agent which you are using, it is much more than that. So that is the reason when you are writing a clear instructions for an AI tool, remember that you need to make sure it should have some rules and some five important things a prompt should contain. So what are those? I will explain it. Okay. So what is a prompt engineering? You can say a prompt engineering means simply writing clear instructions for an AI tool, the tool you are using. Is it clear? But never treat him like as a question answer. So a prompt is not just a question. When you are using any AI agent like Claude, Codex, or any other tool, you can consider him as a buddy or a developer that is working with you. You can think like, make it think like he is a most senior developer with you that is working, or a solution architect, or an implementation lead, something else, or a team lead. So getting my point, it's very important thing. So what are those five important things you have to remember when you have to write a prompt? Okay. So now I am asking everyone to write a simple prompt on a particular situation which I am going to give and you can share in the chat. Then later I'll discuss what are the things you are missing in the prompt. Let's suppose I have to ask a chat GPT or a Claude regarding this session, make a lecture for me. Okay. So can you write down your prompt, what it is going to be look like? You can send it in the chat right now. So I just want to know, and I will also rectify you what are the problems that you have wrote a prompt, what it is missing, what are the five things it is missing, or what you forgot to mention. And that is the reason sometimes if you write a prompt, you will see an AI tool can give a wrong answer also. Okay. So my question is, write a prompt for making, chat GPT or Claude make a lecture for me, make a on AI. Okay. So if you have to write a prompt, how it is going to be? So can you share in the chat one by one? Just whatever comes. Let's suppose, imagine you are using AI agent, ChatGPT, Claude, or something else for making a lecture for this today, especially on the topic of AI. So I just want to know what you will mention in the prompt, how it is going to be, and what you are going to miss. I will, mention you, what in particular prompt is missing. Just type in the chat, share your prompt. Everyone, please. Keshav also. Athar, Keshav, turn on your camera. So I am waiting for your answer to share in the chat. A simple prompt. Write a simple prompt for making a lecture on AI. So I would like to see what is going to be prompt look like from all of you. Okay, go ahead. Okay, Aryan as an experienced lecture designer, detailed lecture notes. Okay, good. On the topic artificial intelligence in a concise manner, in a studied friendly manner. Okay, good. Good, Aryan. Okay, go ahead. Then I'll give you the definition and the four important things or six important things which you should mention. Hello, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. I think my internet. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, good. Please share. So far, Aryan has already shared. Okay. Ashman also good. Atharv also. Ashman. Not yet. Udita, you are a curious, interesting student who has attended and gone through a various research. Make a detailed yet easy to grasp lecture with the examples and ensure to connect with the listener. Okay. Simriti made a lecture for an AI lecture. The students had no prior experience. They need to learn about AI from scratch using simple language for better. Okay. As a professional tutor and a lecturer, design a detailed study plan for the topic artificial intelligence with the steps by. Okay, good. Keshav designed the lecture in a simple, easy understanding and analyze the summary and explain notes in a friendly manner. Okay. Okay, Tejaji, write me a 2 hours indirect lecture on the basis of artificial intelligence catering to audience who are from 10 to 12 grade. One should lecture me on AI as a college professor under strict parameters of a school level, while not the fly should contain deep learning machine learning. Okay. Okay, good. Come on, Arsh. Okay, act as an expert AI professor and create a professional presentation on artificial cover an AI basic system. Okay, and future trends include this. Anybody has left? Okay, Kiara, summarize the given topic of artificial intelligence into a well-detailed lecture and in an understanding language for a student who is struggling to understand. Okay, anybody? Athar, you can share also. Yeah, research is in a lecture, other short this to help students. Anybody is missing? Okay, Dhriti again provide a detailed lecture structure on the topic AI and Python. The student in the lecture have very basic idea of the topics. The lecture is not of more than 2 hours. Make it interactive, fun and easy to understand. And if you can see, if we are here only 12 people, right? 12 people, we are sitting here and you can see everybody is prompt, right? Can you see it? You can see what is the difference and how much difference you can see. It is there, right? So now let's see which person is missing what. What are the 6 to 5 things that are very important for a prompt? Okay. The first thing is the role. Remember that. A role. When you are writing a prompt, there has to be a role. What does role mean? Anybody? So when you are using any AI agent, ask it what it should act as. Got it? Like you ask someone else, consider yourself as a lecturer or a professor or a student, right? It's a good thing. So you need to mention the role in your prompt. It's very important part because that way, if I'm asking it, consider yourself as a professor, and if I ask it, consider yourself as a Python developer professor. So there is a difference, right? Now that AI will think only in context of an Python, right? But if you are just mentioning the professor, then it has to go through the lots of professor data, right? So getting my point? So the more you segregate it, the better it will give the answer, and fast result you will get. So when it will go to the data, when you are just mentioning only the professor, there is going to be lots of kinds of professors over there, right? There are so many domains. Am I correct, right? But when you are mentioning a specific kind of a professor, then it will go only through those particular data, right? So first thing is role. So tell AI what role to take. This is the first thing you have to remember. Okay, Vansh, Arsh, Dhriti, Tejaji, everybody, Keshav, is it clear? Second important thing you have to remember is the context. Is the context. Okay, anybody, can you tell me what is the context? What does context mean? Anybody?
In here, it would mean making a lecture in AI.
Okay. So give a background information about the prompt, about the information you want. Let's suppose I am acting as a 12th grade mentor. Ask it, consider yourself 12th grade mentor. That is going to be the role. And second thing is going to be context. Let's suppose I will ask, I have a board exam coming, right? After 20 days. Or make a 1 week. I am struggling with the physics, mathematics, chemistry. So this is the context you have to mention. Okay? Is it clear? So let's suppose if I have to create a prompt for a chat GPT and asking it to create a prepare a notes for me. I will ask it, act yourself as a 12th grade mentor. That is going to be the rule, right? So in that sense, it will only consider itself as a 12th grade mentor. Now I will give the information, the context, the output later I need. It is going to be related what? I'll ask it, I have a board exam in suppose 10 days, in 5 days, and I am struggling in physics or in mathematics. So that is what we call the context. Okay. So you need to give the background information. Okay. That is going to be the second important part of a prompt. Is it clear? Third important part is task. First one is role, second one is context, and the third one is task. Okay, what does task mean? Tell tell your AI agent what exactly you want. Okay, what you want from it. Yeah, what you want it to do. Let's suppose I will ask it, create a 2 hour session, create a 5 days session, create a 5 days revision plan, create a 5 days tour plan. So getting my point? Those all things are called a task. It's very important. Some of you already have mentioned in the prompt 2 hours, 5 hours, a whole a week lecture, right? So that is what we call task. Is it clear? Any question, Tejaji? You have any question or confusion? Sure. Okay. So Tejaji is living in, I would say, north, south. You are on mute, dear.
I'm from Bangalore.
You have kept background, mountains, right?
Yeah.
You love mountains?
I mean, this is actually like my YouTube channel ad, so I'm just using the same background.
Okay, okay. You have a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Okay. We will go through it later. Okay. Good. So I should keep this background because I am from mountains areas.
Oh, okay.
Can you guess anyone? Let's see. What is your analysis?
Yeah. Jammu and Kashmir.
Okay. Anyone else?
Uttarakhand.
Arsh, Udita, go on, go
Sir,
ahead.
Shimla.
Shimla, okay. Udita, where?
I said Uttarakhand maybe.
Uttarakhand, okay. Ashman, any idea?
Uttarakhand.
Uttarakhand. Keshav, you can try.
Probably Uttarakhand as well.
Why Uttarakhand? So many Uttarakhand.
Because there's a lot of mountains. I went to Uttarakhand many times in road
Okay.
trips. That is why I saw a lot of mountains in Rishikesh, Haridwar.
Ice is there also? Okay. So I am from Teja's guess was correct. Tejaji, okay. I am from Jammu and Kashmir, okay. So sometimes you should visit. I will guide you, okay. I'll show you all the mountains. Okay, let's back to our topic, huh? So the third thing is task. You remember it? So it's very important to tell exactly what you want. Okay. Like I ask it, create a, let's suppose 1 hour lecture, 2 hour lecture, or one week revision plan. And the fourth important thing is constraints. Kiara, are you there, dear? Okay. The fourth thing is constraints. Okay. Anybody? What are constraints? What does it mean? Constraints. Anybody has any idea about it?
Limitations.
Yes, yes, Udita.
Limitations.
Okay, limitations. Good. Setting the limits and rules, right? Let's suppose you ask it create a 1 week or 2 hours, right? So you have to set the limit because accordingly your AI tool will think like that. Okay, I need to create a revision plan only for 1 week. I don't have to create a full 1 month or 1 year. So when you are setting the limit, or we call them constraints or rules, it will make a realistic the revision plan or anything you want. Is it clear? And the fifth one is you can say output format. In which format you want your output? Like somebody wants in blitz, somebody wants as a PDF, somebody wants in a tabular form. So you need to mention it also because the output you want, it will also help you know in which sense you want your AI agent to have the output. Okay, is it clear? So output format you can also mention. Okay, yani कि the answer you want to have at the end, how should it look like? So you can also mention in the prompt. It will also help. And another very important thing is you can also mention examples. Give me this like this, or you can just, let's suppose I am asking Claude, make a website for me, right? It can create anything, but let's suppose I click it some pictures and examples. I ask it, make a website like this, an Amazon, a Mintra, or Alibaba, or XYZ. So it will help it how first designing the structure of your website, and it will give you the quickly answer, right? Rather than generating the tokens, wasting your tokens, going through a lots of data. When you are mentioning an example in that way, it will give you answer quickly. Okay, is it clear? So these are the important things you have to remember. First is role, second is context, third is task, fourth is constraint, fifth is output format, and the sixth one is examples. Is it clear? Vansh, any question you have?
No, sir.
Okay. So these are the important things you have to remember when you are writing a prompt. Okay? Kiara, any question? Is it clear? Aryan, Simriddhi, Dhriti, is it clear? So I will answer your question, that input layer, hidden layer. I will answer at the end. Okay? Don't worry. Okay, Arsh, go ahead. Prompt engineer role, act as a person, context, background information. Good. Okay. Uh, third task, fourth is constraint, fifth is output, and sixth is examples, bonus. Good. So it's good, somebody is, mentioning in the prompt. Good. So Arsh has put it in the chat. Good. It's a good, huh? To remember all these things. So clearly, any question so far? So now let me ask you a question. You need to mention my prompt is a strong or weak. Okay. I have wrote a prompt. You can see. So what I just wrote, tell me, it is going to be, is it a strong prompt or a weak prompt? Yes, Samriddhi, go ahead.
Sir, this is a weak prompt.
Okay, good. Ashman, weak. Good. Because I am asking it right, it make a study plan. I am not mentioning any rule, any constraint, any context, right? I am mentioning nothing. I ask it make a study plan. So it can create any kind of study plan, right? Unless there is a history inside it. So this is a weak prompt. But let's suppose if I'll ask you, make it better. How you will going to make it better? By making it a strong prompt. So everyone please make this prompt as a strong prompt and share in the chat. The prompt I mentioned here, imagine you are making a study plan for 12th grade or 11th grade. So this is the prompt. Now you have to make it a strong. Share in the chat. Go ahead. Go ahead quickly. Please share it. Quickly. Vansh,
Yes, sir.
chup chup kyun up? Why are you silent?
Sir, there is a lot of background noise.
Okay, okay. No issue. Tejaji, go ahead. Athar, Keshav, Simriddhi, Ashman, come on. Okay. As a graduate student, formalize a study plan for CBSE grade 12th to attain their best overall marks, which are also devoting enough time for extracurricular activities. And another very important thing, remember, never use your AI tools, never use Hindi or any other languages. Now, sometimes I have seen students, they are using their native languages and trying to, write prompt. So that way you are confused, you are going to confuse sometimes your AI tool. Okay. So it is better to always use English. Why? Because most of the cases your models were trained in English. Okay. And they have a lots of data in English. Maybe if you are using your native language for getting an answer and you are writing prompt in, maybe it will not have that much of data to understand each and every word. So that time it can hallucinate. So it can give you a wrong answer, right? So it better to always use English as a language to write your prompt or to write your prompt. Okay. Go ahead. Okay. You can see. So later after this session, try a weak prompt and a strong prompt yourself. You will see the difference. You will see the difference. Okay, Ashmin is also share a lot of prompt, a big prompt. Okay, good. Design a 2-week intensive study plan for class 12 to class 12 preparing a board exam and okay, goal. Okay, good. Deliverables. Okay, quiz. Good. Udita. Okay. Okay, Aryan. So nice, huh? So really nice. You can see, huh? So if some of you can share your, if anybody would like to share your screen or anyone, and just write first, make a study plan prompt in your chat GPT or Claude or Grok, or then later use your improvised prompt with all the things, all the we have discussed, and you will see the difference. Anybody would like to share his screen? Can anybody share? Tejaji or Arsh or Vansh or Aryan, Keshav, Athar,
Yeah,
simulation.
sure. I can share my screen just a minute.
Okay, good. Vansh. Okay. Let's see,
Can you
huh?
see my screen?
Yes, it's getting visible, huh? Yes. Now we can see it. Everybody can see it, right? Hi, Anna Bolo.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, Tejaji has opened the chat GPT. Now just write the weak prompt. Let's suppose make a study plan, for example. Now hit it and let's see what it will give us. And you will see it is taking time, some time to load it. Since in ISC class 10th you are aiming high, blah 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 blah.
I already have a system prompt set that like I'm this, so it
So that
already
is
knows.
because it has history, right? So
Yeah,
that's the reason it's giving answer based on that. So if you will
I
use,
will. I'll open in a private window and try just a minute.
yes, sure, sure. And let's see. Maybe you have saved in the, let's try to chat GPT. Okay, make a study plan. Let's see. See,
Yeah,
you can see what answer it gave, right? A good study plan is a specific, realistic, leaves room. It gave a generalized information, right? Not specific to the particular thing you want, right? Now ask it a strong prompt. Now mention the strong prompt and you will see the difference.
so
You can just copy in the chat and paste
okay.
it. Anybody's prompt.
Yeah,
And you can see, right? So you copied Ashman's, right? Now you can see target class 12th preparing board exam and practical assessments. But you have to also mention the subject, right? Did you have mentioned
yeah.
the
I
subject?
don't think the subject was
Yes,
mentioned here.
artificial intelligence is there, right? So you can see, it gave you the whole session plan. 12th class duration 2 weeks, study plan, weekday 3 hours per day, weekends 5 hours per day, and the books and also the topics it has already mentioned, right? Is
Yeah,
it clear now? So now you can see the difference between a weak prompt and a strong prompt. Is it clear? So when you are giving a weak prompt, it will give you a general information. Also, maybe it will take some time to generate it because it will go through a general way. But when you are specifying role, context, constraints, and examples, that way it will give you answer quickly and it will give you short and clean answer. Okay? Is it clear? Anybody has any question? So, thank you, Tejaji. Huh? Good. So, uh, now you got an idea. Uh, what is a prompt actually? What is a strong prompt? Is it clear now, Udita? Everybody? So you can say a prompt is not successful only because AI gives a long answer. Remember that. Remember that. Keshav, are you there? So remember that a prompt is not successful only because AI gives you a long answer. A good answer should be clear. A good answer should be clear. So sometimes people think, okay, my AI is giving a big answer, but sometimes it gives jargons, right? So it is better when your answer is useful, clear, and relevant also, and safe. That way you can say it's a good prompt. Okay, good answer I got. Is it clear? Any questions so far? So remember that relevance is important. Format is also important. Realism is very important. So these are the things which you need to check when you are giving a prompt and you are getting a response back. So I think now you all people have an idea about what is a prompt and what is a good prompt and what is a weak prompt. Anybody has any question regarding to it? Odita, do you have any question?
No, sir.
No? So now you understood. Okay, Vansh, go ahead, dear.
Uh, I've seen some people use another AI to write the prompt for another AI as a whole.
That is also a good thing. That is also a good thing because let's somebody uses Claude and asks prompt to chat GPT, right? To make a crisp prompt for me and just paste it in Claude. It's a good technique. I would say it's a smart, smart way to, rather than thinking yourself and asking AI to create an AI prompt for another AI. It's a very good thing. I would say it's a smart way to do it. है ना? इसको बोलते हैं दिमाग, क्या बोलते हैं कि भाई एक तीर से दो शिकार करना, मतलब आपने मेहनत भी नहीं की और यू आस्क इट, बट स्टिल when you are asking chat gpt to create a prompt, still you have to give some background, some information related to what you want to create a prompt. Okay, is it clear? Let's suppose I want to create a website, e-commerce website using Claude, but I ask chat gpt to create a prompt for me, but still I need to ask it related to what e-commerce, what audience you have, right? So that is the very important you have to mention, huh? So make sure when you are using another AI tool to create your prompts. Okay. Anybody has any questions? No. So I think now you have an idea about what is a prompt, right? Now, so now now you understand the prompt. Now you can create your structured prompt and get the answers from any AI agent. Now let's try to understand very important thing now. This is our now second part. Okay, anybody has any question so far? If anybody has related to it any question, you can ask me right now. And also, are you enjoying the class or you are getting bored, Tejaji?
Yeah, it's good.
Good, sure. Arsh, Simriddhi, Udita, Athar, Aryan, Ashman. Okay, okay. So agar if somebody will feel bored, we can do something else. We will play a game. Huh? We will play what we call guessing a game. Okay. So okay, let me do one thing. Let's play one game, and I'll ask you answer at the end of our sessions. So I will ask you a question. That way I will get to know you people, what you are inside. Okay. Let me try. Let's start from Tejaji. Tejaji, you have to choose a number between 0 to 9 and you have to tell it.
5.
Okay, so you choose 5. Okay, now choose a color.
Orange.
Orange and 5. Remember, orange and 5. Now, Dhriti,
Yes, sir.
choose any number between 0 to 9.
So 4.25.
Not decimals, only integers. You have to choose.
So 4.
4. Okay, color.
Lavender.
Lavender. 4 lavender, orange and 5. Right, Tejaji? Okay, Ashman.
8.
8. Okay, color.
Teal.
Teal. 8 and teal. Arsh. 7.
Yeah.
Okay, color.
Black.
Okay. Kiara, 7 and black. Okay. Kiara, go ahead.
2.
2,
And red.
red. Ashman was 8 and teal. Arsh was 7 and black. And Kiara was 2 and red, right? And Dhriti was 4 and lavender, right? Tejaji was 8 and orange. Am I right?
No, 5 and orange.
5 and orange. Sorry, 5 and orange. 8, who was it? Nobody, right? Okay.
Ashwin.
One,
So it
Ashman,
was me.
8. Yes, yes, it was you. 8 and teal. Vansh,
3 and uh, reddish brown.
reddish brown. Wow. Simriddhi,
6 and white.
6 and white. 6 and white. Aryan,
2 and yellow.
2 and yellow. Yellow, yellow. 2 and yellow. 2 and yellow. 6 and white. Vansh was 3, right? And reddish brown. Okay, Keshav,
7 and blue.
7 in blue. Udita,
3 and sea green.
3 and
Sea green.
sea green. Atharv, can you write down in the chat? Now let's test memory. Okay. Now I have a question for Tejaji. Okay. So guess what was the Aryan's color and number?
I think yellow and 7.
Okay. Anyone? Ashman?
Um, it was yellow and 2, I guess.
Yellow and 2. Arsh, what was Aryan's color?
Yellow and 2.
Yellow and 2. Okay. Dhriti, yellow and 2 or 7?
So yellow and 2.
Okay. I think it was yellow and 2, right? Okay. Now everybody guess Kiara's color and number.
2 and red. I suppose.
Red and 2.
Red and 2. Okay. Anybody? Yes, it was 2 and red, right? Now guess Arsh's color and number.
7 and black.
7 and black. Okay. Is it clear? One.
Sir,
Arsh's color.
7 and black.
7 and black. Okay. Now guess Vansh's color and number.
3 and reddish brown.
3
3 and
and
reddish brown.
reddish brown. Right, right, right. Udita. Now guess Udita's color.
3 and sea green.
3 and sea green. Okay. Anybody? I think Keshav, you try.
3 and sea green. I
3
think.
and sea. Okay, now guess Keshav's color.
3 and blue.
7
So it
and blue.
was
7 and blue.
7 in blue. Right, Keshav? Okay. So I think everybody has a sharp memory. I think. Good, good. Tomorrow I'll ask you the same question. Huh? Remember that. So make sure everybody remembers everybody's color number. Huh? And at the end of our sessions, I will tell you. Huh? The logic behind the color and the number. Okay. Now let's move to the next important part, which is now a coding session. Okay. Now, if you have already idea about programming, it's okay. If you don't have, don't worry. I'm here to teach you. Okay. So first thing first, I'll ask you a simple question. Have you any idea about Colab, Google Colab? What is a
Yes.
Google Colab? Okay. Yes, Ashman, what is Google Colab?
It's a cloud runtime for coding sessions and stuff.
Okay. Simriddhi, you have idea about Colab?
I think it's a platform to write Python programs.
Okay. Kiara, do you have any idea about it?
no, so I'm not sure.
Okay, no worries. What about you, Dhriti? Do you have an idea about Colab, Google Colab?
Yes, sir, I've used it to write Python programs.
Okay, Arsh, any idea?
No idea.
No idea. Why?
No idea, sir. I'm not sure.
Okay, your mother is saying something. Okay, so it's actually a, you can say it's an online lab for lab notebook, right? You can use it for writing Python code, okay? And you can create cells in order to run a specific cells, okay? So you can say it is nothing an online lab notebook where you can write explanation, you can write code. There we are going to define cells in each cell. We are going to write a specific part of code, then we are going to execute it, okay? And also you can install same thing like on your machine like Jupyter notebook, right? Then you will get the same kind of interface you have online in Google Colab, okay? Is it clear? So now let me share my screen and let's see what we can do inside our Google Colab, okay? Is it okay? So let me share it. So let me know if it is visible, huh? Is my screen visible? So let me just try to open. Yes. Yes, go ahead.
So nothing, I was just telling that your screen is visible.
Okay, okay. So now you can see I have already created some notebooks here, right? So let me do one thing. You need to just type this URL, okay? You will just mention in the Chrome collab, you will get, okay? Or you can just type the whole URL. Or you don't have to just simply write Google Colab like this. The first URL you will get, you have to use it, okay? Then you will get the same kind of interface you can see right now. Is it clear? Now inside it, you need to create your new notebook. Just clicking on the blue button, here you have mentioned where new notebook, okay? You can follow the same steps if anybody hasn't worked yet on the notebook. So now you can see it has an extension on of IPYNB file. It stands for it's a notebook, okay? That means we can write Python code. You can see we have this cell, right? So we can create different kind of cells. Even you can divide your code into different cells and you can run each cell separately. Is it clear? Anybody has any question regarding it? Anybody? Is it clear? Keshav, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Have you worked in Colab?
Yes, sir. I am doing it right now.
Okay, now let's see what we can do. Okay, now let's start the question. What is a Python? Can you explain me what is Python? Why we are learning Python? Shabash, go ahead. Can you answer me? Why we are learning Python? Okay, go ahead. Triti, explain.
So it is a programming language and it is an object-oriented programming language. And if you ask why Python only, because it is easy to club Python with AI and do tasks. So that's
Okay. Why we learn any programming language? My question is that. Why we learn any programming language? Go ahead, Vansh.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, dear.
Sir, we learn programming language to implement our projects because we can't rely completely on AI as it makes simple errors in the code itself.
Let's suppose if you have to explain this layman why we are learning programming language, how you will explain it? Go ahead. Okay, Dhriti, go ahead.
so everybody might have a different opinion why to learn a programming language, but mine would be because it sharpens your logical thinking. How, like, you have to debug an error. So now you have to look for where the error is.
Okay, Tejaji, where are you? Would you like to add Udita? Okay, go ahead.
Sir, to
Can you see me?
communicate.
Not able to see. We see only think about it.
No?
Go ahead,
Just
Udita.
To communicate with with a computer, though it's not the like not the true version of communication with with a computer, but the easiest way in which we can communicate with our computers. So maybe that is why we learn
Okay.
programming languages.
Simriddhi.
So to instruct the computer as to what task we want it to perform.
Okay. Anybody would like to add why we learn programming language, any programming language? So, Arsh, would you like to add anything to it? No idea? Why? Ashman?
I think everything's already been covered. I don't have anything to add.
Okay. So, let me just give you a quickly idea about it, why we learn any programming language. Kiara, would you like to add anything?
No, sir.
It is clear, right? Sure. So, programming language, why we learn? Number one, in order to communicate with the computer. Second thing, in order to write solution to problems. So you can say we learn any programming language only to write solution to a problems with the help of a computer, right? So that we should be able to communicate with the computer in order to write solution to a problem. Let's suppose you and me, we are able to see each other, right? It's only because the software we are using, right? This was a problem. And the solution was, the solution to this problem was, written via using a particular programming language, right? Is it clear? So that is the reason we learn any programming language to write solution to a problem, depending upon the problem's domain. Remember that. So you need, if somebody will ask you, okay, Ashman, A, Kara, Arsh, Aryan, I need to create a software. I have this problem. I want you to develop something for me. So unless you know that you don't know the domain, you cannot choose a language. Remember that. So once you know the domain of a problem, then you can choose a language. So do you know what does domain mean? So basically we have web, right, as a one domain, website, right, web application, app, app development, right, or an app. Another thing, we have a desktop application. Is it clear? Is it clear? So let's suppose you want to create an application that should be installed on a machine or a laptop. So that is a desktop application. Or let's suppose you want to create a portal or a website that should be accessed anywhere. So you need to check the domain, right, first, and then you can write the solution. And based on the domain, you choose a language, right? Now let me ask you a question. Can I use C language to create a website? Go ahead, answer
No,
it.
sir.
Okay, why not?
Sir, because the modules and requirements are not met.
Exactly. The domain of your problem your is not solved by C, right? Because we cannot use C to build an web page, right? You need a language as an HTML, right? If you want to create a web application. Let's suppose I want to build a game. Do I use HTML as a language to build my aim? Let's suppose PUBG or other games right now you have very high resolution games. So which language we should prefer?
C++.
Sir, JavaScript or Python.
C++, right?
CPP, yes.
Right. It's C++. Okay. Got it, Vansh? Because C++ is very powerful language. It has a very fast processing time, right? And the games you are talking about has high graphics. Is it clear? So now you are able to understand based on the problems domain, you choose a language, right? That is the very important thing. So that is the reason we said we learn programming language only to write solution to a problem. Is it clear once? Everybody, Aryan, Tejaji, right? in order to communicate with the computer and write solution to a problem, we learn a programming language. Now, why Python? Why not other any language? Why Python? My second question is why Python? Anybody would like to add this? Anything? Why
Python is
Python?
kind of a binding glue that merges together all languages into one simple, easy English interface.
Okay. What else?
It
Python
has a
is
large.
uh, Python is easy. It has a large library and its syntax is quite user friendly.
Okay, good. Kiara, would you like to add anything? Sure.
Yes, sir.
Why Python, dear?
So it's just an easier programming language to understand compared to others.
Okay. Teja ji, where are you? Would you like to add?
So, like, since we are basically learning about AI, Python has like many modules which are related to AI and which can be used.
Okay, only AI because of that.
So, let's say you want to train a AI.
Mm-hmm.
You would probably want to use Python instead of Java
Mm-hmm.
because, like, you might want to use PyTorch or like scikit-learn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Arsh, go ahead.
Also, I just want to add one point to it on why I learned Python because it's market dominant in the tech and also because it's high career demand
Okay,
in the
high career.
future.
So Arsh
Yeah.
has already made mind. I have to do something in Python, right? Who wants to become a developer in AI, ML? I would like to ask this question to everybody here. Yes, Dhriti. Ashman, okay. Okay, go ahead. Vansh, you also. Is it only because of money or something else?
It's about the money and the interest. So like
Money comes first, right? Because AI ML developers get a lots of money, right? So imagine the current Meta top engineer, how much he is getting as an AI ML engineer, when his age is just 21 or 22. Some millions. I don't remember 54 million or something else. But as an AI ML, he has a team under him. So he prompts Meta company, I will develop an AI tool, right? Yes, Harsh, go ahead.
But sir, don't you think that, for example, like Oracle, right? They've been firing so many, like, found like 30,000 people this year, and
Yes.
like software engineers. So why don't you think the market for software engineers is going down?
Definitely. Look, I myself is working currently in an MNC, right? And I have been this industry from 12 to 14 years. See, what happened from last 2 years there? Let's suppose I worked as a junior developer, senior, IL, SA, even uh, worked CEOs in other companies. I have myself, my company running also. What has happened because of AI ML? Let's suppose when you were working in a project in a company, let's suppose as a developer, they were having on a one project 5 to 6 members of a people working on a single project like PM, solution architect, design architect, junior, front end, back end developer. Now, what AI has done, he has merged all those peoples and have taken the job of others. Now, you don't need a PM, you don't need a solution architect fully, you don't need a junior developer now. So that is the reason. But look, I said AI also created opportunities. So that is the reason if you are not learning AI skills, you will be obsolete. Definitely, if myself will not use AI, so nowadays you cannot write code in an old way. Let's suppose client gave a task, I have to complete it. For example, earlier what we used to do, we used to write everything ourselves, we used to debug, right? Let's suppose a task took 2 days or 4 days, now that task can be completed in within 1 hour. with the help of an AI. Let's suppose if I am not using, and there another a junior developer or another person came and you are using AI agents to solve his problem. So definitely he will replace me. So getting my point? So you have to use it, and companies are forcing us to use it. And it is mandatory to use AI tools now. But remember that only a person can use AI well in a particular language when he has a knowledge on it, right? So you cannot just blindly write a prompt and wholly and solely trust on that answer you will get from it, because you need to debug. So what we do actually now, let's suppose I need to build a feature on a particular project. I just write a prompt and I get the answer, and it is asking me, do you want to accept? I do yes, yes, yes. Finally I just only debug the code and verify. I don't write myself a single line of code from last, I would say, 1 or 2 hours, 2 years, I would say, sorry, 1 or 2 years. Everything is wrote by AI tools, but I have to debug it. But debugging can only do that person he has a knowledge in particular domain. So that is the reason if you are planning for AI ML, so you should learn AI tools, but you should have already also a knowledge of a particular programming language. So comes to the question of ask. So every company is fine, especially Meta recently fired 30K people, right? Or other companies also. Even in my MNC I'm working also, there were people fired. But if you are not using AI well, you will get fired. You remember that. So you have to use those tools nowadays. Is it clear now? Any questions so far? Everybody, Keshav, are you there? नींद आ गई सबको, मुझे लगता है. No? Is it clear? Okay, now the next thing is, why Python? I said everybody has answered it. So let me give quickly an idea. We said Python is a high level programming language, right? It's an interpreted programming language. It's a general purpose programming language. What does that mean, general purpose? Tejaji, would you like to add anything to it? What is a general purpose programming language?
Basically, it can be used for like multiple types of tasks. For
Like,
suppose we can create both web applications and desktop applications using Python.
okay, good. Anybody would like to add it? Something? What the general purpose language mean? Come on, Keshav, go ahead.
Sir, what were you saying? So question,
General purpose.
general purpose.
Odita, Kyra, any question? So, like Tejaji mentioned, general purpose means we can use Python in multiple domains, right? You can use Python to create a desktop application, you can use it to create a web application, and also other domains. So that is the reason Python is a general purpose programming. Let's suppose tomorrow you want to build a web application, and let's suppose you learn a normal JavaScript, for example. Now you need a backend language. You have to learn another language. Okay? Other than if you are using any framework like Node or Next.js, huh? Or any Angular or something else or other frameworks or Express.js. But like I said, you can use same Python to create different kind of applications also, right? You can use Python to create a desktop application. You can use Python to create a web application. So that is what we can say. It's a general purpose programming language. Okay. Another important thing is it's a interpreted programming language. What does interpreted programming language mean, Asman?
It
Ashman,
executes the code line by line instead of looking at the full code and compiling it
right?
as a whole.
So interpreting means if you are writing a code, it will execute your code line by line instead of the whole code. Like compiler does, right? Compiler does what? It compiles the whole code first. If there is no error, then it will execute the code, right? But when it comes Python, it just runs the code line by line. Till you got an error, it will stuck there and ask you to fix it, right? So is it clear? So this is what we can say. Python is an interpreted programming language and general purpose. And I said it's an what we can say object oriented programming language also. What does object oriented programming language mean? Anybody would like to add?
You can create classes in Python that have a specific details and information about them to be reused in different scenarios.
Exactly. So it's a modern methodology of writing a code, right? Modern way of writing code using encapsulation, abstraction, polymorphism, and inheritance, right? That's what we call object oriented programming language. And it has lots of benefits. It's nothing just a methodology. So, like, let's suppose before object oriented programming, we use procedural way, right? Now, every language nowadays you will see they follow the object oriented programming methodology. So it will have a lots of benefits. Like let's suppose you write a code and you created a class. Later you can use the same code. You can inherit it from other, right? You can use code reusability. You can get polymorphism. You can have abstraction. You can have encapsulation, which has its own benefits. So that is the reason modern languages follow object-oriented methodology. Is it clear? So Python also supports it. So you can write your code instead of procedural way, you can write your code in object-oriented way. Is it clear? Anybody has any question? Third important thing is due to its rich libraries, it has lots of libraries. One of you already mentioned it, right? It had lots of libraries which you can use, and you don't have to write a single line of code. You have to just import the libraries and you have to use the functionality inside them, and then you can use them right away. Is it clear? Another important thing is Python has a very easy syntax other than C and C++. So that is the reason Python is very popular because of rich libraries, and today it is a number one language because this language is used now in every domain. And another thing, it is open source. What does open source mean? Anybody? Would you
The
like to
source
know?
code is publicly available and
Right.
can be seen by anyone.
Yes, and you can also override. Yes, Keshav, go ahead.
It is an open source language. That means it is open to everybody.
Right.
Everybody. It is, yes.
Let's suppose there is a library, right? If you want to just override it, it is there. You can just override it. Or even yourself, you can contribute it. And another important thing, free. Free, right? What does that mean? Open source and free to use, right? What does that mean? So when you are using Python, you don't have to pay anything, right? Is it clear, Keshav? Go ahead, Keshav.
Sir, I was telling that to download the, for example, to download the matplotlib or to make bar graphs and line graphs, we don't have to pay any money for it.
Right. Like let's suppose if you are using any package or any module, you don't have to pay a single penny. But other systems like Microsoft, there are things for them you have to pay. They are not free, and even they are not open source. But Python is a that kind of language anybody can contribute in. Anybody can download and install it. Okay. So this is clear idea about what is a Python. Okay. And Python has also some frameworks like Flask, like Fast API, like Django. You can use also these things to build your web applications. Is it clear? But right now, our focus is going to be first on clearing the first basics of Python. And later, we will use that Python to create our own models, machine learning models, to solve our problems. Is it clear? So far everything is understandable. Any question? Does anybody has any question? Teja ji. So is it clear now? What is a Python? Why we learn it? What is the use of Python? Okay. What is prompt engineering? These two concepts are clear now? So now let me give you some questions for homework. Tomorrow I'll ask you, and tomorrow I think we will start first coding. Huh? Okay. So write down some questions, and I just wanted you to know. And before that, let me answer the Dhriti's question. Input layer, hidden layer, right? So when it comes neural network there, so basically we create our network like our human brain works. Like what input layer means, those neurons are those functions which has a capability to take input from a user. Let's suppose I want to ask you to solve 2 plus 2. Though in neural network we don't solve such type of problems. We solve complex problems. So you created a function, it has a job to take input. We call them input layers. We created some new we create some neurons over there. Their job is to take just input. Let's suppose voice or image. Then they pass it to the next layer. So every layer has a function with it. And his job is to move input to the next layer. Then there comes the hidden layer, which is very important. Every process and logical part happens in the hidden layer. And at the end of the hidden layer, there is a sigmoid function whose job is to send the output to the output layer. And inside output layer, we have a sigmoid function. Their job is to give us the output either 0 or 1 or yes or no. Again, it's another function. His job is to just, its job is to just give us output. Is it clear? It's something like that. Let's suppose you are working in a department, you went in a departmental store, you asked a person, I need that. So you are giving input to a person, that person is taking the input and it sends that request to another person, and that person went in the departmental store in the particular area and he find everything and brought back, right? Now give it to other person where you got the product you wanted, right? So this is actually how things happens in neural network, but collectively they are working together. That is the reason we call it network, right? Neural why? Network means when you have different neurons connected together. Okay. There is a deep learning, another deep neural network means when you have so many hidden layers. That's why we call it deep. Okay. Is it clear? Any question? Okay. I
Yes, sir.
think it's clear now, right? If anybody has any question, you can ask me right now. So Tejaji, you got the idea about Udita? Any question, dear? It is clear now? Vansh, go ahead, dear.
Sir, I have a question that's a bit off topic here.
Okay, you can. Everybody is
As
here. Anybody
sir,
can answer.
sir, earlier you mentioned that JavaScript can't be used to make complex high-res games. Can't we use GPUs?
We can, but not just a normal JavaScript, right? Okay,
Sir,
Vansh?
like through frameworks like 3JS and Babylon.
Yes, we can. Look, they have their still 3JS is especially used for, when you have to develop animations, very customized kind of. But again, it when it comes performance and processing time, those languages cannot handle because they cannot communicate directly with the hardware. So let's suppose if you are playing high graphics game, right? Today, they will ask you your system should have a GPU first, right? A graphics card. Because graphics card will communicate with a language that should have a capability to process the input and out give you an output. That flexibility has a C++ or C has that flexibility to handle such kind of things. Okay? In a game there can be different layers, but wholly and solely we cannot rely on those things. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Got it? Anybody? Any question? Ash, you have any question? Ashman? Sure. Pakka? Dhriti, Keshav, Udita. So now let me have a homework for you so that you will go through it. Okay. And not, I will ask you basic questions. You don't have to worry about. Uh, what are the data types? Okay. In Python, why we create data types? You wrote these two questions. What are Python data types? Why we create?
Yes.
Why we create data type? Why we use data type? What are variables? And why we create variables? You can use any context or any kind of language. But I want to hear answer from you. Why we use variables? What is the fun of
So,
creating variables? Yes, Arsh, go ahead.
also sorry, but what's the second question?
Why we use data types? Okay. What are the different data types? Why we use data types? What are variables? Why we create variables? Or what is the job of a variable? Okay. Is it clear? Anybody has any question? Was it helpful today? What we learned so far? What is prompt engineering? And also, just show me tomorrow two examples of weak prompt and a strong prompt. And I would like to see, an output from all of you. Okay? Is it clear? So tomorrow, definitely we will write. The whole lecture is going to be regarding coding. Okay? Is it clear? So I think this is enough for the day, right? And I hope everybody has enjoyed the class. And if you have anybody has any question or anything else you would like to say apart from Python or anything else, you have any kind of question, you can just ask. I think everything is clear now. Tejaji, do you have any question? No? Dhriti, do you have any question? Arsh, Kiara, Vansh. So
No,
I'll
sir.
expect, then I think I'll expect output from you tomorrow. Okay? Keshav, is it clear? Okay, okay. So I hope you enjoy the class and let's meet tomorrow again at the same time. And Arsh, you should take a rest, okay? And you can again check tomorrow morning the task I gave you. But today you can have a sleep or you can take rest, okay? I
I'll
can
make sure to do it. Yeah.
and I can understand, when you are traveling, it's very hectic, huh? So I hope everybody will enjoy, upcoming sessions also, and also you liked it today, okay? Udita, is it clear? Okay, then take care. Have a good sleep. Okay. Bye. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye,
Thank you, sir.
Udita.
Thank you,
Bye
sir.
bye.
Sir.
Bye bye.
So,
Yes.
sir, today I was downloading C++ in Visual Studio.
Yes. Yes.
So I downloaded Visual Studio,
Uh-huh.
but then I was downloading MinGW or MySys 64.
Right. Right.
But then in Visual Studio Code it wasn't working properly. There was some error showing up.
Right. Right. So there is some issue with the VS Code, but you have to have you download that MinGW
Sir, I went.
outside VS Code or within VS Code.
No, sir, I downloaded separately only.
Try first the version you are using, or another option you can have, you can use instead of VS Code, if you are right. No, look, that's a good answer you are using, right? MinGW. So because it's a kind of an interpreter for C++, right? That will
Yeah.
execute your code. Check the version and the bit you are using. See your
Okay.
system is supporting it or not. If not, then you can do another thing. There is a dev C++ software, right?
Yes.
You can use that also. It will help you also. Okay. If
Okay.
still you don't want to use dev C++, then do one thing. Try again with a different version. If it is not solved, show me tomorrow. I'll help you to solve it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, dear.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.